What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Atriox. We're back with another Mortal Kombat video. I told you guys we're going to start doing more Mortal Kombat videos on the channel, and I do plan on doing that. I don't know, like I thought about doing some gameplay stuff too, but I haven't really never really done that, like except for like when the Mortal Kombat 1 first came out. But plus I see like a lot of channels just kind of do the same thing, and I kind of want to do more than just that. I want to do some more like character related stuff and story related stuff, you know, because it's kind of like what I enjoy the most about Mortal Kombat is the story related stuff. I don't know, let me know what you guys want to see for videos like in the future, just if you guys want to see like what I think about certain things, or maybe we could even just have an open discussion on certain things we want to see for Mortal Kombat in the future, or even like, you know, just discuss some stuff from the past. Doesn't really matter. We'll do a whole bunch of different types of Mortal Kombat related stuff. But anyways, today I got like a video where we're gonna be just going over the panel for the Mortal Kombat 1 movie, Mortal Kombat 2 movie. I heard that they announced the Mortal Kombat 3 movie here. It's kind of hard not to hear at least some things from that panel, but like anyways, I got the video for the actual full panel, but I skipped ahead to 8 minutes, so I think that's where the actual video starts. We'll probably we're gonna jump into that today and just kind of like talk about, you know, what we think about what they're talking about for the Mortal Kombat 2 movie. But yeah, so without further ado, let's just jump into what the article is saying. So Ed Boon is the co-creator of Mortal Kombat, chief creative executive of NetherRealm Studios, blah blah blah. But he's trying on some new hats as Mortal Kombat 2 draws near. The face of the franchise played host at the New York Comic Con. Okay, he's always done stuff like this. I don't know, that's kind of weird. Anyways, Mortal Kombat 2 has been a victim of its own success, according to the returning director Simon McCoy. The filmmaker evoked the popular opening scene from the first film while touting the momentum of the sequel, which is the summer blockbuster that explores the realm of Mortal Kombat, moved from October to May of next year. You will cry when you watch this movie, says Boon, who has seen it multiple times. It emphasizes the emotional drama as well as action. Now, mind you, did Ed Boon not say the same thing about the Mortal Kombat 1 game? I mean, I have high hopes for the movie, like honestly, but yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of like hold back our optimism. Carbon and writer Jeremy Slater discussed the interpretation of a brooding Johnny Cage who has fallen out of his martial arts training and successful movie career, but will rediscover himself as he is recruited by Raiden and Sonya Blade to compete in the Mortal Kombat tournament. And Adeline Rudolph may have earned a yellow belt in Taekwondo, but she worked hard to adapt first to I can't read right now, what the hell, to adopt first choreography as Katana. She shared the films as one of the main characters, struggling with Jade, a real life best friend whose loyalty is torn under the evil Emperor Shao Kahn. Of course, they aren't the only new talent hitting the screen. Boon unveiled his cameo role of Ed the bartender. Oh my, he's gonna be a bartender. That's gonna be hilarious. All right, let's actually check out what's going on in the actual video. But like also, you know, I kind of like that they're talking about Johnny Cage's role in this, because like obviously it's gonna be hard for people to accept that he's just this old, like kind of like past his prime type character, but we'll see how they go about exploring it. Oh, hold on one second. All right, cool, let's blow this up. Lower that a little bit in the headset.
Thank you. I cannot tell you how excited we all are here, and you guys are going to be glad you came here. There's going to be some really cool stuff to show you. I did want Toasty. I did want to start with giving a shout out to these amazing cosplayers here. Could you guys stand up for a minute here?
Whoopsie.
We're going to be doing something with them. Does everybody have your Johnny Cage sunglasses?
I'm dead.
Great. Please keep them handy, because we are going to need them coming soon. I would, for the cosplayers here, God, I want to say Johnny Cage. That's awesome.
He was so nervous.
Amazing. First thing, let's start off. We're going to throw you back to a behind-the-scenes video that I think you're really going to dig.
Why is he so nervous? Like, yo, Ed, what's going on, bro? Like, it's like you almost not prepared for this. Like, come on, dog.
Let's roll it here.
Doing too many uhs. All right. Is this the same one we saw before, or is this a new one behind the scenes?
Filmmaking doesn't get much bigger than this. This is the way Mortal Kombat is meant to be seen.
We had to up the ante on every aspect.
The fatalities.
Are they really blocking this out?
The flawless victory.
What the heck was that? Oh, let's go back. Yeah, I knew it. I knew they blocked out. That's so lame. That's so lame. That's so lame. That's so lame. I mean, I get it. If you go to the Comic-Con, you get the first experience, but that's kind of lame.
So we have some amazing guests here. Filmmakers, actors, directors, writers. And let's start off here with our director, Simon McQuoid.
Okay.
Writer, Jeremy Slater. Our Johnny Cage, Carl Urban.
Better have sunglasses on. Oh, come on, Carl.
The amazing Katana, Adeline Rudolph.
She's fired from just watching the trailer.
And the mystery character, Jade, Tati Gabrielle. Finally, the meanest person, the meanest character, but the nicest person you're ever going to meet.
Shao Kahn.
Martin Ford as Shao Kahn.
Guy's massive. Oh, is this how crazy?
So we have some questions for these amazing filmmakers, and I'd love to.
Jade,
I'm
the question
honored
about
to
Jade
be
is definitely going to come up.
The one asking, you know, I'm in a strange situation.
And
I
let's say
was
they
involved in the
punked out and
creation
then
of
put
the
it up.
first game, and I've seen this movie 3 or 4 times now. It's gonna blow your minds. You are absolutely going to love it, and I really would love to poke into their heads as to what their experiences was creating this film and the incredible contributions that each one of them had. Let's start with Simon. What was your main draw in returning to Mortal Kombat, and how did you expand the universe?
Thanks, Ed. Thanks. Nice intro, mate. You're doing a good job there. The goal was, after the first one came out, really the absolute core goal was to make Mortal Kombat 2 feel like a full feature-length version of the tone we created in the opening of Mortal Kombat 1. So,
okay.
The
the
thing that was really,
part.
We really felt that we just scratched the surface. There is so much to Mortal Kombat. There is so much to the lore. There is so much to work with that I thought, well, we can just expand everything onto an even greater scale this time round. And really it was about pushing those, the boundaries with everything. So I wanted to have much more emotion with the characters. So there was much higher highs and much lower lows. I wanted us to journey through all of the realms and all of the different places and the different levels and the different environments that you can go to in Mortal Kombat.
So does that mean we're gonna be getting like Outworld, not Outworld, but like Chaos Realm and what you call it, Eternus? That'd be cool if we see other types of realm besides, you know, the typical Edenia, Outworld, and Earth Realm.
I wanted us to spend more time in those places and to see that and to be able to use the treasure trove that you've created over the years. There's so much there. So to know that we could come back and just swing so hard and just let it rip and just have this massive, wild spectacle up on the big screen was an amazing thing. So how could I say?
Yeah, and he wasn't kidding when he said this is not only the craziest action movie, but there is so much emotion. There's a lot of drama. You will cry when you watch this movie.
I need to see Liu Kang and Katana and Sonya and Johnny Cage have their little moments in the movie. I don't even care if it's like amounts to anything, but at least have that building, especially if there's like a Mortal Kombat 3 already announced. Like, you know, I feel like for me, like from a story aspect of it, like I want to see that. Like I want to see that.
And I'm thrilled that you're eventually going to see it. Simon, again, this is a bit of a tough one. Some fans were disappointed when the movie was moved from October to May of next year. And,
extremely disappointed.
Why did you move it? No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's right. It was all my fault. Thanks, Ed.
Yes, Simon. Why did you move the movie?
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah. Terrific. Yeah. Way to throw
Maybe
me
you
under
can
the
help
bus
us
there, Ed.
explain the delay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're actually a victim of our own success. So every time people have seen this movie, it's sort of just gained momentum. And it's just, we've created a massive summer blockbuster, is what we've created. And so I think we should all be sort of proud of the fact that Mortal Kombat 2 as the movie and the franchise itself is just going to kick off summer next year. So yes, we have to wait, but it's going to feel massive when it comes out next year. So that's the reason.
Yeah, that was a whole lot of nothing. I'll be honest, that's a whole lot of nothing. Now, I wonder, May, right? Could they also be announcing the next game around that time? Because I'm just sitting here trying to think about it. Because like, if the movie's already done and everything is like situated and ready for the movie for it to come out, the only thing I can kind of think of why it was moved back without them giving us a real like answer of why it got delayed is because they have a game coming out next year. Or at least a trailer for a game that's going to come out, maybe. Because, like, when did Mortal Kombat... they announced the trailer of Mortal Kombat 1 in May or April-ish, around that time in 2023, I believe. And then I think the game actually came out in September. So, them moving the movie to May kind of makes me almost think that they're gonna have a trailer or like an announcement for the next game, whether it be Injustice or Mortal Kombat, even though there's a lot of things kind of like showing it's gonna be Injustice. But with the way, I don't know, bro, because I'm kind of like, I still don't think it's gonna be Injustice just because of like that stuff that the Warner Brothers said with them only focusing on the 4 main categories. But it also might be a way for them to just be able to just get some time to really just breathe off of Mortal Kombat and try and focus on something else. But again, this is what I'm saying. I'm like, that's why I almost seems like it's going to be another Mortal Kombat game just because the way they delayed this, if it's going to be an announcement over there. I don't know, bro. I'm kind of looking more, now I'm looking more at the release date of this movie and seeing what goes around it, if it's going to be an announcement, because the game, I wouldn't be shocked that if it was an announcement for another game. Like, that's kind of like what I think at this moment, just with why they delayed it, and they're not really giving a straightforward answer. Because all he says is like, "Oh, we're a victim of our success." I mean, you haven't really had the success yet. I mean, you've had people watch the movie on the side, but like, success is when the movie actually comes out and people are watching it, and like you're getting millions and millions of dollars back because people are enjoying. You've seen a bunch of positive feedback, like, you know, that's like success. So, I mean, right now you guys are just like holding it hostage from the rest of the world outside of the people that have watched it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I kind of think it's more going to be in tandem with an announcement for the next game.
It's going to be worth the wait. This is going to be a huge summer blockbuster. I know it's it's probably pretty painful to have to wait several more months, but the wait will absolutely be worth it.
I hope so.
Next question is for Carl.
Okay.
Johnny Cage is a iconic Mortal Kombat character. He's one of the main characters in this film. Can you set the stage as to where we are finding Johnny Cage when we first meet him? What's his situation and what's the tone of him?
Okay, sure. Thank you, Ed. Hey, New York, how are you?
Hello, Carl.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Thank you for having us. Okay, Johnny Cage. When we first see him in Mortal Kombat 2, is a very dispirited character. His career is completely in the tank.
Right.
He's not been keeping up with his martial arts training. The world has forgotten who Johnny Cage is. And he has very little of that brash, cocky Johnny Cage that you'd know from the games. That he's just a broken man. And it's at this very juncture that Raiden and Sonya turn up and tell him that he's been drafted to fight in Mortal Kombat. Yeah. And so through the course of the movie, you're going to get to see him transform into a true champion of Earthrealm, a hero, and you get to see him sort of involuntarily get launched into this insane action epic adventure. It'll blow your minds, man. Mortal Kombat 2, I tell you.
You know, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Johnny Cage character from the games, but he's very, bombastic, over the top, almost like an animated cartoon character. Carl's interpretation is a little bit more brooding, a little bit more a harder tone. I was wondering if that came from you, came from Jeremy, came from Simon, some combination as to kind of portray him that way.
It was really Jeremy. I mean, that's really the character, the way that you've set up that character. To me, it's fun because you give the character a place to start. We're going to get to that character, right? But we have to start him somewhere to give him this incredible arc, right?
Yeah, I think
and honestly, like when you think about it, like his original thing in Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat, was that he was a failing actor, and like he was trying to get back to his, his trying to get back into like the spotlight and stuff like that. Even like in the original Mortal Kombat 1 movie, like he was like already in the back end of his career, and he wasn't like a fun character in the beginning of the movie. Like when we see him like in the director's cut, he's just kind of an asshole. If we're being honest, if you really think about it, he was being a douche to everybody. Even Liu Kang, he tried to give Liu Kang some money to pack his luggage up to the ship, and he threw it down. Like he got more into that. He was never, even like in that movie. Not thinking about it, I'm really sitting here and just thinking about Johnny Cage. He was never really like, he had that kind of cockiness to him, but he was more of like a serious character. So honestly, it's not that different from the original Mortal Kombat movies. So I'm cool with it.
all kind of felt that the Johnny Cage from the games, who is the biggest movie star in the world and kind of has everything at his fingertips, isn't a character that necessarily you can go on a journey with. He kind of already has everything. So it was more interesting to us to start him at a lower place.
That's not necessarily true. In the beginning Mortal Kombat games, Johnny Cage was not successful. He was on the back end of his career. It said in every single bio. Only I felt like, when was it? Mortal Kombat 4 or 3? Where they had him make the Mortal Kombat movie. I forget which one it was. I think it was Mortal Kombat 3. No, it was Mortal Kombat 2. Okay, it was like one of those movies where like he started doing the Mortal Kombat movies and he started making money off that stuff. But then even in the later games, his Mortal Kombat, after Mortal Kombat 9, 10, Mortal Kombat 11, he wasn't really acting. No, he did act in Mortal Kombat 11. And Mortal Kombat 10, he wasn't really acting. He was in the military at that point. So, I mean, I think it depends on which game you're looking at.
And sort of watch him become the Johnny Cage that we know and love.
Yeah, a lot of feedback we got from the previous movie was we wanted to have somebody see Mortal Kombat for the first time in their eyes, and that's right. Johnny Cage. So his reactions, the one-liners that he has, is you're gonna get a lot a lot of big laughs are going to come from some of the lines that he says. Next question is for Jeremy. How did you balance fighting, action, and emotional elements into writing the script?
You know, it's a great problem to have when you have a movie with like 20 main characters. There's so much to choose from. It's daunting at the same time because you can't make a 6-hour Mortal Kombat movie, even though I'm sure some of the people in this audience would love to see that.
Yeah.
But, you know, I really had to kind of just rely on my inner Mortal Kombat fan as a sort of North Star. I had to look back at, like, you know, I was 14 when the game came out. You know, I was one of those kids pumping quarters into the arcade. I was there day one for the original movie. I had the soundtrack on repeat. Like, it meant a lot to me. And so every time there was any sort of question with this movie, I kind of had to tap into that inner self and be like, what's the movie that 14-year-old version of me would walk out of the theater and say, that was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life?
Yeah.
And
I hope that means they don't make Liu Kang a side character in this movie. Like, I'm fine with other characters having the spotlight too, but do not make Liu Kang a side character like they did in the first movie, please. I don't want him being some kind of like character where he's just like off screen and he's just there to be there. You know what I mean? Like, the way they kind of showed off the show a lot more about Johnny Cage, but I think it's Johnny Cage's experience with going through all this for the first time, kind of like what they did with the first movie with all the other characters, but now it's like more focused on Johnny in that aspect of it.
That's what I kind of wrote the movie for.
Yeah, the opening sequence. If you remember the opening sequence from the previous movie, it's a pretty
dark,
pretty heavy moment.
Yeah.
When we see Scorpion and Sub-Zero and kind of like their meeting. The opening scene in this film is double that intensity. I mean, it punches you in the face. And I challenge you not to cry when you watch that opening sequence. Another thing that you've done is you've managed to get, I think it seems like there's about twice as many fights in this film as the previous one. Was that one of the goals that you all had in one-upping the previous film?
Well, yes. Yes is the short answer. I think the tournament itself allowed us to create a structure that the storylines all went through all the time. So all of our characters, their journeys have to go through the tournament, and we wanted to do that in a way that was visually sort of massive, but visually interesting, and always had the variety that Mortal Kombat has from the beginning. So I think it was a constant balance and something we just spent a lot of time talking about and a lot of time sort of balancing and calibrating and keeping the tone right and making sure that this character wasn't getting, you know, they need to be looked after and this character needs to, so it was just sort of a constant balancing act, really.
And the other thing that we were all very aware of was that a lot of traditional fighting tournament movies, you know, there's a fight, it's exciting, and then you can kind of go to the bathroom. You can get some popcorn because nothing's going to happen until the next fight.
That's how we just fight after fight after fight after
so
fight.
in this movie, there's the tournament. The tournament is awesome, but in between the tournament, the characters have their own sort of missions and adventures they're going on, so that there's really no downtime.
I like that.
It's kind of all fun stuff.
Yeah, and the fact
I like that concept, bro, because I felt like the original Mortal Kombat movie kind of did that as well, where you had Liu Kang and Liu Kang, Sonya, and Johnny Cage kind of exploring the actual like Shang Tsung's like citadel, and like even the fight scenes where with all the guys in the area, then Raiden comes in and stops them from fighting. Like that was good, but they kind of went away from that. Like I felt like in the rest of the movie, but like having that be the aspect of this movie, just keep going on, so there's constant fights on the screen. I mean, it's Mortal Kombat, it's a fighting game. It's like there should be fights all the time. Like I kind of like that. I hope, man, I can't wait. This is actually getting me more excited to watch the actual movie.
that there's a tournament, and the tournament has consequences is such one of my favorite parts of this film is the tournament actually means something. This film is going to also be available IMAX, right? Simon,
I'm definitely watching IMAX.
Can you tell us anything about the experience of watching it in IMAX and why people should search that out?
Yeah. So, I mean, it was really exciting to go into this knowing that IMAX wanted to be part of this and make it as big and as massive as possible. So that's a pretty fantastic thing as a director to be partnering with those guys. They're an absolute joy to work with. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to do a little bit more with what IMAX could give us. So, yes, we use the enormous real estate and scale that IMAX provides us. So we have the different format, but what I wanted to do is I didn't want to just do, oh, we'll just put a bit more screen and a bit more real estate. I actually wanted to do something with that real estate that if you consider yourself a fan of Mortal Kombat, you have to see it in IMAX, because there's some little bits of joy up there that you're going to love to see, and you won't see it in the sort of regulation, the normal screening. You'll just see it in IMAX.
Okay.
And it affects the story a little bit, and it's kind of fun.
That's great. You know, I've been spending time with this cast together for the past couple of days, and there's a definite camaraderie with them. You know, they went through some rigorous physical training. They've had fights between each other. I shouldn't give away which fights they've had, which I don't want to spoilers. But I get the impression
you already
that
kind of
there's
like
a deep camaraderie.
left the door up for that.
And with Jade and Katana,
he can't help himself.
Tati and Adiana.
He can't help himself.
In particular, there is this friendship. I didn't know until yesterday that they've been good friends for quite a long time, and their relationship is one of the biggest kind of emotional moments in this. Can you tell us about what it was like to work as best friends, playing best friends in real life?
I mean, it was a dream come true. Tati and I have known each other for almost 8 years now. We worked on a project together and played sisters in that project. And to be able to play sisters again and bring the chemistry that we have as friends into this it's priceless. You know, these are things that you get cast and you get thrown into a room full of strangers, and you have to build that chemistry, and to be able to play specifically Katana and Jade, which is insane to say, right? Together, was a dream come true.
Truly, it was like you couldn't ask for a safer space, and just a very
Her ears are kind of fire. I ain't gonna lie.
We could connect. I felt like I could look across the set or whatever, the room, and look Addie in the eyes, and she knew what I was trying to say to her. I knew what she was trying to say to me. We could move about each other and communicate in this very just seamless way, it felt like.
Okay.
Yeah, so I feel so lucky. Like you truly couldn't ask for anything.
Yeah. Their story. It's not just all friendship. There is conflict between them. Jade is kind of torn between duty and friendship, and to me, it's one of the kind of the softest moments. It's really a great contrast to all the crazy action that's happening. Carl, you have...
I hope that is true, because I felt like in the original Mortal Kombat movie with back in the 90s, they didn't... No, not Mortal Kombat. It was Mortal Kombat 2. They did a really bad job of showing the friendship between Katana and Jade. It was like almost like they were strangers. Like there was no like real like... There was no friendship. It's like they didn't even almost like they didn't even recognize each other once, like in the movie. Like they didn't even recognize who they were, even though she's supposed to be Katana's bodyguard. Like I felt like that was a major miss in the original, the second movie. So hopefully, like they greatly expand upon that, because like in the games you see their friendship and how they interact with each other. Like even Jade's confliction after she gets over her feelings for betraying the Emperor. Like you just see this is the camaraderie. I can't even say that word.
Have experience with ensemble casts, and how would you compare this cast, the ensemble, working with anybody here of The Boys?
Everybody watches The Boys.
Is that a yes? Okay. So how does it compare with working with this ensemble cast?
We're your favorite.
I've had these questions all day. So listen, man, we had such a blast working on this. I mean, my boys' crew, our family, we've been through, through a lot over the last, 5 years, 5 seasons. And to walk into this movie and with these guys, and then to walk onto something that was, pre-existing with the incredible cast that was, did such phenomenal work in the first movie. It was really, we felt, I guess, like we were coming into a pre-existing family, and they welcomed us with open arms, and we bonded really well and had a lot of fun. And this movie was probably the most challenging, technically, physically, mentally, undertaking that I've ever attempted in my career. And we had just the most amazing stunt team, and we hung tough, and we're a family.
And kind of speaking of that physically demanding, Martin plays the epitome of evil in Mortal Kombat as Shao Kahn, and he couldn't.
I hope so. I hope so.
And he couldn't be further from that in real life.
Stop giving away these sneak.
When I
real life, if anyone dares question that.
When I went to Australia actually, and I was watching the film, and the day that they were filming, it was a fight scene with Shao Kahn, and he had on this costume that was so menacing. I was literally intimidated to go.
It's probably a Liu Kang fight with Shao Kahn.
And but then it turns out he's just the nicest guy in the world, and the contrast is just amazing. I think perhaps he went through the biggest transformation because not only changes the personality, but he also had to change physically. Didn't you have to be in makeup for how long every day?
Yeah, makeup was probably similar to some of you guys who are here today. It was a good 4 to 5 hours in the chair.
I like that.
Wake up
that was a good
call
joke.
would be probably about 2 a.m. Simon to thank for this.
Jesus.
And then it was normally a half-hour, 40-minute drive to the studios, in the chair for 4, maybe 5 hours, depending on what the scene was that day. And then to go from that to try to get ready for the fight scenes. And these fight scenes, people, are absolutely insane. The imagination, the choreography, and the level of energy and input and everything that's thrown into it to try and wake up at, when you've been sat in the chair for 5-6 hours in total with the travel and the makeup, and then to come alive was one hell of a challenge. But I think from what we've seen on the screen, you guys are in for one hell of a treat. It really is incredible.
The wildest thing about Martin's dedication and commitment to what he was doing is before he hopped into that makeup chair for 4 or 5 hours, he would go to the gym.
Right. At like 1 a.m.
1 a.m. and work out for an hour and a half.
I realized
Gotta
it
keep
was
that
easier
physical
to
shape.
train in the morning than it was after a 12, 14-hour day on set. So
yeah, that makes sense.
I tend to set the alarm for midnight, wake up, shower, go to the gym, and then have the day ahead.
Wow,
which,
that's crazy.
I think it aged me about 12 years, this film.
He is the personification of work ethic right there, that guy. Yeah.
Look at him. He's freaking massive, dude.
Do you remember how heavy that hammer was?
Well, after about 7-8 hours on set, it felt real heavy.
Mortal Kombat has been known to introduce new characters throughout the games, and Mortal Kombat film is actually introducing a new character, and his name is Ed the Bartender.
Oh my God.
I don't know if we have a visual to show there.
I'm surprised. Why has he never appeared in any of the previous movies? Like, it just makes sense, bro. Like, they're doing the Stan Lee thing with Marvel. I couldn't be a bigger fan of that. I love it.
Don't expect a long. It's like a tiny Stan Lee. You know when he does the Marvel things there. It's a very small role. I'm not an actor. But I did want to know if anybody knew how much it costs for those variety ads where you say, for your consideration. You never know if it's going to come up for somebody.
I smell an award in your future, Ed.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if this job of yours doesn't work out, he makes a mean ranch water.
That's right.
I dig it.
So, Adeline, I'd love to ask you. Katana's an iconic character. You know, the whoever did the costume is just brilliant.
Cappy.
And
Well,
the fans.
Cappy Island is the
Yes.
costume designer, and she needs a massive shout out for all of the
Absolutely.
costumes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This Katana costume's fire.
Phenomenal. She's incredible.
Unbelievable. And I'm told you have no martial arts experience before that. So I'm guessing
Which is
you
crazy.
went through a lot of training because
worked my butt off,
you
yeah.
looked very natural. What was that experience like?
It was intimidating. I mean, ironically, I had just, as a hobby, picked up Taekwondo, but there's only so much you can do with a yellow belt, right? When you step into playing katana. So, you know, we had an incredible stunt team. Malay, also my stunt doubles, Zia and Yeye, they were incredible. They spent so many hours with me during our stunt training, but also after hours, after working on set in the hotel gym, trying to get, all the wushu moves and all the elements of Katana's skills into me and my body. So we spent many hours working on it. And then also, of course, working together with Tati. She spent her time with me as well, rehearsing our fights, us working on ours. It was a lot of work, but I thoroughly enjoyed the challenge. I really know how important katana is to you, and so I poured my heart and soul into her.
And she delivers. She delivers.
Physically and
She is a
emotionally.
beast.
Yeah.
A beast.
Was there a fan expert, somebody who taught you how to use the fan?
Gosh, you know what's so interesting? Once I got the fight choreography down, the fans genuinely felt like an extension of my arm. I loved my fans. There were like 9 different fans.
Oh, wow.
And I got to pick which one depending on, what shot we were doing. But I genuinely loved using my fans. I did not have any trouble with them. Yes.
Outstanding. Tati, Jade has always been a hidden character. She's kind of shrouded in mystery. There's not really much that we've known about. And what I love about this film is it really fleshes Jade out, her relationship with the katana, the history, and it's more nuanced. A lot of what I'm so happy about this film is a lot of things that you were kind of filling with your head, the writing, the direction, and the characters. Everybody here has put their fingerprint on this movie, and they've really transformed these characters from, in some cases, 2-dimensional characters into 3-dimensional characters. And Tati, you are such a standout in this film.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I love the complexity of your relationship with Katana. Again, the struggle between loyalty and friendship. Literally, they call each other sisters in this film. What was that like?
Honestly, Jade was probably, I think, similar to Carl, one of the most challenging roles that I have ever encountered. Physically, mentally, but just understanding her and understanding that conflict, understanding the moral question that she was being faced with, and how she decides to answer it and at what point she decides to answer it. I wrestled with it, and I loved having that challenge because it piqued my brain in this very interesting way of like, sometimes who we are and who we want to be, we try to make it seem easy, right? To just, no, well, be who you want to be. And it's like, well, what does that path actually look like? And it can be scary, it can be twisting. So yeah, I really loved tackling Jade.
Yeah. Your friendship really shows through how close the two of you are. Again, back to Martin, back to Shao Kahn, the ultimate badass. The menacing, he does some really bad stuff. Please don't hold it against him in this film. It's
I was just following the script. So.
Yes. Blame Jeremy, blame Simon. But when you transform physically, you put on all the prosthetics, the makeup. What about like mentally? How do you become this? You were talking earlier about how you moved and some of the directions Simon gave you in terms of what's Shao Kahn gonna feel like Shao Kahn. Tell us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the thing for me was to try to make Shao Kahn so easy and natural and flowing, rather than to be fast and too responsive. Not so much when it comes to the fight scenes, but when we delve into the character and the history and the actual storyline behind the fight scenes, I feel that it was important to have this sort of elegance and grandeur to Shao Kahn, and a character that can demand respect and the whole room to listen to him. That was something that was really important. And I spoke about this earlier. Simon gave me this tip on one of the first days was to really slow the head movement down and to make it meaningful and precise rather than responsive and almost like I was reacting to other people. So to have solid advice from people like Simon and to really feel the character was something that I felt was important to put across and to try to give Shao that power that he deserves and needed.
He absolutely lives up to
I like the idea of Shao Kahn demanding that kind of the intimidation, like where it's like everything he does is meaningful and like for a reason. Like I felt like in the original Mortal Kombat 1 movie, when the movie ended and Shao Kahn appeared, like you felt that just like intimidation tactic where he like broke through the temple and he's like, "You weak pathetic fools, I have come for your souls." Like that was like, I think they did a good job with that. But then when you see the second movie, like he just didn't have that intimidation factor. He wasn't intimidating at all throughout the entire movie, even as a kid. Like I never felt like Shao Kahn was that like intimidation. Like I was like never like, I was like, oh man, how are they gonna get out of this type thing? You know what I mean? I kind of felt like it just flowed with the movie. So like, and I felt like, if I'm being honest, I think Shang Tsung was more intimidating in the original movies than I saw Shao Kahn. Because Shang Tsung was, he just walked around with like pure just like cockiness and just like, you know, he never thought he was gonna lose. Like he just like it embodied what I thought Shang Tsung's character should look like, and I felt like Shao Kahn didn't do that in the original one. So I'm actually really looking forward to this and seeing how good Shao Kahn really is, and this how well he plays Shao Kahn. I hope it's like the most darkest version of Shao Kahn, because I want to see like a really dark Shao Kahn for this movie, especially with the tone that the original movie set, like with Scorpion Sub-Zero, that really dark tone. If that's the tone they're gonna go with, like this needs to be the best look of Shao Kahn and best like feeling like Shao Kahn I've seen.
Power that he deserves and needed.
He absolutely lives up to it. We cannot wait for you to see how. And again, don't hold him responsible for what you see him doing in the film. It's not.
Maybe some blood and guts along the way.
Yeah. So we're going to move on to some fan questions, and we'd really love to get your thoughts on that. Will we see deeper backstories for fan favorite characters Johnny Cage, Katana, or Baraka? Carl, why don't you take that?
Well, I might defer to Jeremy on this. I mean, Jeremy wrote such a brilliant script and probably knows more about that than anybody else.
Well, I mean, I would say Johnny Cage and Katana are kind of the two leads of the film. They are kind of the two central characters that we are following, and their stories intersect in some really sort of exciting and surprising ways. So you're going to get a ton of backstory on both of those. Not so much with Baraka, but he is my favorite character in Mortal Kombat. So I wanted to make sure the Baraka scene lived up to what I wanted. So it's not a lot of deep backstory, but Baraka is great.
I would say
Liu Kang.
Baraka is going to. You'll get some other facets to Baraka. We have some fun with Baraka, and it's CJ who plays Baraka did an amazing job.
Karma Savage wants to know, if you could use one of your character's moves or powers in real life for a day, which would you pick and how would you use it? Let's go with Adeline.
Bit of a weird question.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
I do love the Royal Blender, correct, but in real life, it might have to be the Nut Punch.
Oh, he's going to say that.
I mean, isn't that the most practical in real life?
How would you use it
Well,
in your day-to-day life?
I would You know, I'd have to be in a situation where I felt threatened.
I would use it to eliminate nuclear weapons and get world peace.
What? Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of nut punches, but I think we can do it, yeah?
John Paul at New York wants to know, were there any moments of improvisation on set in fight choreography, dialogue, reactions that will probably remain in the final cut because they worked so well?
Carl?
Well, you know, improvisation in fight choreography is generally not a good idea. Oh, sorry. But I tell you what blew me away was Josh Lawson, who plays Kano. Right? This guy is an improvisation machine, and I think one of the most challenging aspects of Mortal Kombat was to try and hold it together and stop laughing when he was riffing on set, because you just let him go, take after take, and every take would be different. It's can't wait for you guys to see Kano in this. It's
Kano and
leveled
Johnny
up.
Cage is going to be a standout in this film. Team Awesome 418 wants to know, if you had the opportunity to portray an alternative character in Mortal Kombat beyond your assigned role, which character would you choose? Anyone?
Because I would say Melina.
I would go for any character that didn't require me to spend 4 to 5 hours in the chair. I think that would be phenomenal.
No, that would be crazy.
Genius answer.
Dude.
It was bloody hard work.
Rico. He would probably make a good Rico.
Colleen Carling wants to know, has the cast played the video games? And if so, who is your favorite character and which game is your favorite?
Yes. Previously, it was always Jade that was my favorite character, just because I even
You'll say
before
Tanya
doing all
now.
of this, I felt like I related to her a lot. My favorite game at the moment is
Let's say
MK1,
everyone.
just because I'm in the thick of it.
She would say
And my
Tanya.
favorite character to play as is currently Liu Kang, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's surprising.
Justin
Shouts out Ludi.
Justin Lionheart wants to know, to the cast, which characters live in a mythos with high stakes and extreme moral contrasts? What was one moment during filming where you found yourself questioning your character's choices, and how did you bring that internal conflict to life on screen?
Kerry Katana.
For me, a lot. But I think once I realized the conflict that I was having inside with her and understanding her conflict, to use all of that conflict and let it be, not try to control it, not try to understand too much, not try to take from my character, I guess, her own journey in trying to gather herself or understand herself. Yeah, that's short answer.
I think, you know, part of the job as an actor is to question the choices of the characters you play, and not to pass judgment on their choices, but at least to understand why they do what they do. And certainly for me, in the case of, you know, Johnny in this film, initially he's a character who doesn't run towards the danger. He's running in the opposite direction. And it was sort of, you know, to sort of understand why he is like that, and then infuse that into a journey where the character actually, you know, grows and develops into something rather special. You know, it's like a foundation in a building, or you know, and it's just you lay one brick on top of another, and you know, you work with great people, and at the end of the day, you get to stand back, and you know, we all get to enjoy that construction.
Outstanding. Now we're going to do something called Choose Your Fighter. We're going to invite the cosplayers that we've identified to line up wearing your wristbands, and each one is going to pick a panelist. I'm going to ask a question, and we're going to see who can answer the question first. It's on related to Mortal Kombat.
It's trivia.
Do not only pick on Carl. Okay? So, question one.
Oh, we asked.
You have to pick. Are you first?
You pick the question.
No. You pick a combatant.
Choose your fighter.
You're gonna challenge to see if you can answer the question.
Come on, just pick somebody. Pick Shao Kahn.
I think you know who I'm going to pick because I'm.
You look amazing. You look incredible.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to see your character.
Thank you.
I'm to see your take.
Oh, Katana. Yeah.
Johnny Cage is his stage name. What is the real name of the actor and martial artist behind the legend?
Oh,
No.
I think that's Liu
What?
Kang. But I.
What is Johnny?
No,
what is
Johnny Von
Cage's
Claude.
real
Claude
name?
Van Damme.
Pardon?
John
oh, Johnny-
Van Damme.
Close.
Claude Van
You
Damme.
know what?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
John Carlton.
John Carlton.
John
Is this real?
Carlton.
John Carlton.
Oh,
Oh,
my
he
gosh.
didn't. Oh, dumbass.
I feel like
you
you
talking
should
about the
get
actual
point.
character.
You were definitely closer than I was.
We're talking
on
about the
that.
actual Johnny Cage name. Okay. I'm
Okay.
bugging. I thought you were talking about like inspiration for Johnny.
So choose your fighter.
Jeremy.
Who?
Oh, Jeremy.
Oh, sorry. Choose my fighter. Excuse me.
Choose your opponent here.
Choose my opponent, yes.
Carl Urban.
It would be... Okay, let's go Carl.
Who?
Carl?
Yeah.
You want me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought.
Hi, got it with the gun glasses on.
Here we go.
Oh, crap.
All
Hold
right,
on.
buddy.
My headset came out.
Here we go.
All right, buddy. Let's go.
Adeline Rudolph stars as Katana in the film Mortal Kombat 2. Princess Katana is considered young in her realm of Edenia.
Right.
How old is
10,000.
she in Edenian years?
Oh, so she's over 10,000.
10,000 years.
Technically, it says she's over 10,000 years, but I guess we can call it 10,000.
All right.
So close. So close. Okay, next.
Carl got
next
him. He
contestant.
got him.
Johnny, I wonder who's going to choose. Choose your opponent. Choose your opponent.
Martin, I see you up there.
Come on,
Hero
man.
of the show, Johnny Cage here. Gotta take it down a peg or two. Hit me.
Okay, Katana was a love interest of this character
Kane.
even after his murder.
Luke
Luke
Cage.
Kane.
Weak stuff. Give me a real challenge.
Give it up for
Bring
Johnny
it.
fucking Cage.
We got the energy.
I'm dead.
Outstanding, outstanding.
I dig it. Wow.
Okay, choose your opponent.
Who's left?
I'm dead.
Dang.
You can choose the director and writer too.
Ooh.
No, you can't do that. Yeah, it has to be on
Jade, stand up.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, watch out. Here we go.
Let's go.
I love it. Love the energy.
This one's so easy
It's
for
almost
you.
not even fair.
Yeah, it's not even fair.
I just peeked
Tati
back.
Gabrielle stars as Jade, one of Shao Kahn's assassins and spies, who debuted as a secret character in Mortal Kombat 2. Jade is a lifelong friend and personal bodyguard
Katana.
of...
Katana.
Princess Katana.
Katana.
There you go.
Oh my God.
Let her have that one.
That's sad. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Game over.
I'm gonna pick Katana.
Oh,
Okay.
there we go. Okay, let's see.
Let's go. Gosh,
Okay.
you make me nervous. All right.
Adeline versus Sub-Zero.
You look amazing.
Who provided the voice of Scorpion in the original
Ed
video
Boon.
game?
Ed Boon.
Ed Boon.
Yes.
Come on. That's way too slow. You gotta. Come on now. Say it.
No.
Say it. Come on, Ed.
here.
There you go.
Okay, who's your opponent?
from one John to a Johnny. So, Carl, please.
All right.
Again, they gotta put it back on.
Oh, man. Do you remember the Mortal Kombat song? Dun, 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 dun. What was the name of the Belgian rock band that brought the soundtrack to life?
Oh, that's a good one. Why can't I remember it?
4, 3, 2, 1. The Immortals.
Ah!
Dude.
You got me too. I forgot. Forgot that one.
And that's the last one we have here.
Oh, come on.
Each player is going to get a special Comic-Con exclusive poster.
Really? Oh,
Signed
that's
by
cool.
all of us. It's
What?
fantastic.
That's fire.
Very happy about that.
That's it there.
Oh, that's fire.
So great. That looks so good.
Yeah, that's the special poster you guys are going to get for playing the game, and so thanks for doing that. Thanks for looking amazing. Incredible work.
So I got 3 minutes.
Okay, what do we got next here?
I don't know, Ed. You're running the show, mate. Come on.
Actually, I think we might have. Is this where we give them something special here?
They're not gonna show it for us. They're not gonna show it.
Oh.
Sunglass.
Let's do the So everybody, get your selfie or your sunglasses out, because we're gonna do a selfie here on stage, and we'd love all of you to be in the photo.
Oh, that's awesome.
How do you do that? You do it so well. Okay, there we go.
Practice.
Carl's gonna take the selfie, of course. There you go. Actually, yeah, stand up on the chair. I'll let you get everybody.
It's so dark. She has some light on.
There you go.
We got the poster. Raiden in the crowd there.
There you go.
You should have had a selfie stick. They turned the lights on after the photo. That's hilarious.
Now we're going to
Is it Usopp?
stop the live stream, because you guys are in for a huge treat here.
You guys want to?
All right. Yeah, we'll call it there. Okay, so everything we learned from the movie. Dude, okay, so let's start off with all the questions, like with Jade and Katana. Like, I like that they're friends off camera, because that's gonna make their chemistry a lot better. Because like sometimes a lot of these type of roles, I feel like our good chemistry, like, you know, plays a big factor into it. Like honestly, they haven't mentioned anything with Liu Kang, Katana, or Sonya and Johnny, but you know it's gonna pop up at some point in the movie. It's just like one of the main things for Mortal Kombat of the original timeline, anyways. I'm actually really interested to see Shao Kahn. Like, I can't wait to see how he's portrayed, because the way that they made him, that he was talking about the role of the character, and then actually seeing the little snippets that we saw during the trailer for the actual movie, it's gonna be sick, dude. I'm super excited for this movie. Like honestly, like I like that the questions that were answered. That was a little fun section where they just sat there and just like answered questions, bro. Like that was super cool. But yeah, like I don't want to make this video any too much longer, so this is already like an hour long, but or close to an hour. And but let me know what you guys think about the movie and being moved up. And like I said, I think it might be an announcement coming up in May for the next game, whether it be a Injustice or Mortal Kombat. I think that's why they moved it up, because last time they announced the trailer for Mortal Kombat 1, I think it was in May or April, I think was when they announced it. So this could be something like that. We'll see. But that's kind of my hunch right now of what's going on and why they moved the movie trailer. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Let me know what you guys think about the what we've seen and what they've talked about in this video for the movie. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out of here. Peace. Actually, before I go, also, if you guys want to see any kind of Mortal Kombat videos that I haven't really done, or just have any ideas, let me know in the comment section. I have some ideas I'm gonna be doing as the week goes on, but like, you know, I'm also like curious what you guys like to see, and then I'll decide if I want to make it or not. But I'm out of here, guys. Peace.